Hello, Katherine. I love my Raptor sweatshirt. Today's a snow day, so I don't have my APUS history test to study for yet. Technically, I probably should be doing that, but meh. Why do that when I can do this? Alright, so first you said your alarm didn't go off, and you said 3. Why don't you just use a different alarm? Use your phone. Your phone probably has an alarm. What time do you get up? Creepy. And then your hair, why don't you just take a shower at night? That's what I do. Because then I don't have to do it in the morning. And then, well, sometimes I straighten my hair. So, did you know that by straightening your hair, you are just breaking the peptide bonds in the protein? True story. Science. Peptide bonds breaking when you straighten your hair. True story. So, this has a lot of peptide bonds because it's curly. That's what makes it. Science lesson of the day. I'm so educational. Yeah. And then also, when I do take a shower at night, then I don't have to dry my hair. And then my hair is beautiful because it's not messed up because I dry it all the time. So, tips. And then you said that your teacher offered to bring in donuts, but guess what? In choir yesterday, we had cupcakes. Frosted cupcakes, and they were delicious. And they were brought in by a student because we were fantastic. Awkwardly, it was the girl with the pitch that was not on pitch, that was way off and you can hear her. But apparently we did a wonderful job anyways, and people were crying. Mrs. Scott, she had she sang it in the choir concert after us, and she said that people were just lining up to her. She was on one side of the room when she wanted to get to the other side with the food, and there was just a line of people that were oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. How can I do the Russian piece? I am from Blue Lake. I want to do the Russian piece in 2 weeks. Can I do that? And she was no. Because we barely even remembered our Russian. It was bad. And then Jamie, the girl whose dad died, we sang, The Poet Sings, my favorite song. I tell you every second of my life that is my favorite song that we sang. She was I really like what you wrote in the program. And so I was oh, I didn't even read that part. So there's always there's a paragraph after each song, and this one has 2, and here's the second one. Stroop writes about this piece. Humanity spends a lifetime trying to find a voice, trying to be heard. Some voices lead, some follow, some murmur and are never understood. Some are nourished, some are malnourished, some are silent. Even strong voices soon pass, when their messages light up stars and constellations far beyond their dreams. A voice never knows when its message is a light which others will use to navigate their lives. Send out the best messages, for they may be shaping future generations. First of all, that's beautiful. And then it says after that, we would like to sing this today in loving memory of Darren Puskarich. So, I just got the chills reading that. But isn't that, beautiful? I was oh my goodness, we've got, literature. That's so, poetic and beautiful, and I love that. Because that's exactly how I feel when I sing that song. It's ah. So yeah, you might get donuts, we got cupcakes. Basically, that's what I sang. And then you're talking about that Dylan kid, and I definitely thought you said Dylan Saunders, and I was welcome all of you to Hogwarts. I welcome all of you to school. Did you know that here at Hogwarts, we've got a hidden swimming pool? So that was fun, I guess. Dylan, that was the creepy kid, yeah. And then Nick, clearly, I've mentioned him, or I mentioned him. I've heard you mention him before, that name, I recognize it, so. You can talk to him. And then Rachel, why did she drop? Did she know you're in the class? She probably dropped because she hated you. That's probably it. Look, I found my flarp. Were you? No, it was Hannah the one. Sorry, I was just playing with my hand. Remember when Hannah got this flarp? That was funny. She was Sister Tori. And plays? Sometimes I don't remember what I wrote, because I just do, like, little jot downs. Sister, Tori? Of course, I think it was your, oh no, because that's later. Sister? I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Plus, this is like 3 different videos in one, because I was like, I can make it all in one, except I'll probably go over, so whatever. And then Star Wars, I believe Rockford did that when we were in 8th grade. So basically, you guys are just copying Rockford, obviously. I mean, goodness, Jennison copies everything Rockford does. Clearly. And then you said you were first chair? I thought you were third. Is that like a different band when you I'm confused by the which chair you are and which, I don't know. Are there different choirs? Choir! Are there different bands? I thought you were only in one. I don't know. And then, oh, your freshman gym. Last year I had to take gym. Yeah, I was with all, it's better to be with freshmen because they're probably slower than you are. Probably not if I know you. But, they're probably, I was with all the athletic kids, like the super, like I do every sport ever, and then there's me and I play tennis. And even tennis conditioning when you run, I hate. But see, here's the thing, I hate running just to run. Like when I'm sprinting on a court, I can sprint up and down the court like nobody's business. Like, and I've even been told that, so, but when I'm just running, I'm like, kill me. So, yeah, I'm just glad I'm done with gym. Technically, I'm supposed to take another year, but I might take tennis, I might do tennis again, I might take another try of gym. I really hope I don't have to do that. But we had to take tests too. Like, we had to, like, know who invented basketball, in what year, and what did they use for baskets. James Naismith, 1891, peach baskets, by the way. When is that information ever going to be relevant, though? Like, I only remember that because I say that, but then for APS history, we have to know that. But, we learned, like, so much stuff. I'm like, why do I care? Why does anyone care? Professional basketball players don't know this, and they're, obviously, that's their thing. Like, it's just unnecessary information that is fogging my brain, and I don't need any more unnecessary information. And then your teacher was a no-nonsense teacher. I don't like those teachers usually, but then, except for when I'm in a class where I hate everyone, and I'm like, then I'm like it, because then they're just the ones talking, and I'm like, okay, let's just learn and then leave. So have fun with those freshman drinkers. I was in Millie rehearsal yesterday, and Ellie had a line, and we were talking about, like, alcohol, and I was like, I've never even played a drunk scene. And then she said something about her grandma's fruitcake being, like, I don't know, it was, like, strong or something. And then, and then they started laughing, and I was like, and then Mr. Diving was like, and then they were like, it's funny because she doesn't drink. And then basically all the other people implied that they drink except for Ellie. And then, but then I was like, high five, I don't either, because why? But then she got, like, in detail. She was like, yeah, everyone in my family's an alcoholic, and I was like, oh. But apparently, Mr. Diven, people, like, they tell everyone tells him, and, like, he talks about his dates. Like, he went on a date last week, and he was talking about how he thought she felt old, and he was worried that people think that he's old. So, that happened. And then I remember Tori. Tori was the one who was like, Tori, we need to go to the bathroom. That was Lexi that told Tori that? I don't know. And I thought it was Tristan. You were like, oh my goodness, no, it was, we don't go in bathrooms. Yeah, I remember her. Oh, and we don't have that much room in our lunch either. Except for, when when we have days where, like, half days or days, I don't know, days where our lunches are mixed up. There sometimes we have those, like 2-hour delays. We'll have that today. Like, it's crazy. Like, we have 3 lunches. How many lunches do you have? We have 3, A, B, C. And I'm usually a lunch, with all the rest of the choir people. But whatever lunch the band kids have, because we have like 300 million band kids, is like last time I had to sit on the floor because there was no room. Like half of the room was sitting on the floor. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's crazy. Because Rockford has too many kids. And apparently next year we're going to have even more, because I think Michigan you're going to have to start having kindergarten full year round, like every single day, which we don't do. We do like every other day and Friday. But so we're going to have even more kids in our grade, or in each class. And I'm like, really? Oh well. More opportunities to have friends in my class, I suppose. Oh, and then your police guard at the lunch. One time, did I tell you about when me and one of the girls who's in running for valedictorian, like she'll probably be salutatorian, we were walking to lunch, she was walking with me, and so, we're like the good kids, like, obviously, because, me and salutatorian, probably, she could be valedictorian, probably not, we have 4 people in the running, but, so I was like, I can't read my locker number, because I'm number 180, by the way, and you can't read it, because they're all, like, faded off, and so I was like, whatever, I'm just going to write over the number again with a Sharpie, and so we were sitting there, we were the only ones in the hallway, and so I was writing it, and then all of a sudden, out from, like, the other hall connecting, comes a police guard, and, like, I'm just sitting there drawing with Sharpie on my locker. I'm just writing the number. But I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, we're gonna get expelled. Oh my goodness, like, because you know me, I'm, like, paranoid about everything. So I was like, that was not a fun time. But it was fine. And plus I was just writing my number. So actually I was benefiting society. So, and then the other day, and then there's, like, to go from the lunchroom to the choir room, there's, like, okay, here's the lunchroom in the school, and here's the choir room. And there's a door right here, so you can go like this, but this door is usually locked, so you have to go, like, all the way around to this hallway, and then back, and then through. And then, so every day I check, because sometimes, very rarely, this door is open, and so every day I check to make sure it's not open, sometimes, very rarely. And, so one day, it was, like, a whole week, no, like, 3 weeks in a row where it wasn't open, and I was like, ah, and so I started, like, freaking out, like, tickling the door, and then, like, I'm just, like, a spaz, that's who I am. Then this security guard comes over, and she was like, that door is locked for a reason. And I was like, oh my goodness, sassy woman. But, ugh. Yeah. I think I'm getting cold. But yeah. And then we have another one. Oh my goodness, I think I'm getting what my mom had. Kill me. But, and then, so the one over here, the really far door, there's a security guard outside of there, and she's actually really nice. Like, Allie, the girl, that's the salutatorian girl, she, also the one who thought Morgan Freeman was creepy, and it was funny because she was an atheist. It was funny, though. She told her she liked her shoes, and she always, like, whenever we have to leave for choir, she's like, have fun, girls! And I like her. I'm a fan. Giving hope to security guards everywhere. And then you said you were switching to chorale? Weren't you in advanced women's chorus? What's happening? Why? Boy, why are you crying? Okay, so there's 15 minutes and 10 seconds, and so I'm just gonna wait for it to run out, and then I'll make another video. So, look at gummy worms. I've become obsessed with them lately. Like, it's an addiction. Okay, bye.